What is going on, good people? This is Cam with Elevated Lawnscapes, and we are back at it, back in the yard again. So in this video, we have reached a final video that we are going to be doing in this soil series. We have reached video number 4. Just to recap, first video we talked about how to take the soil sample, make sure you're doing that properly. The second video, we talked about adjusting your pH and the importance of that. And the third video, which was the one just before this, we talked about the nutrient information that you're gonna get from your soil test. In this video, this is the one that I have definitely been waiting on. And man, do we got a special treat for this one. So we're gonna talk about in this video, CEC, your soil CEC. So this is a topic that is thought to be very complicated. Like, it's a very complicated thing to understand. People just kind of shy away from it for that reason. That is not the case, people. But I really feel like knowing your CEC value makes your lawn care program and caring for your lawn simpler. And you also can be more environmentally responsible, and you can also save some money from your lawn treatments and your lawn applications. So your CEC of your soil is your cation exchange capacity. So we're gonna get into talking about what does all of that mean, where do you find it, why does it matter, all of that. You know, I like to give you all the information I can. This soil series is very educational. I know it's not a lot of flash, but wait, when we get to the springtime, we'll have some more flashy, fun videos coming for you. But right now, we want to put some knowledge down so you can understand exactly what you need to be doing this spring and into the summer and throughout this 2021 lawn season. So your CEC value on your soil test, that is something that does not come on every soil test. So make sure that whatever soil test you're going with, whether it's with your local extension office or another source, make sure they provide you this value. Like I said, I use Spectrum Analytic, and I know that they provide you your CEC value in their test. So we're gonna toss it over to the man of the hour, highly respected when it comes to soil. All of y'all in the industry, whether you're a lawn tuber or whether you just like watching the videos, you know who this person is, highly respected. Go. So my man, Mark over at Lawn Creeps, just know, hey, what is going on, my brother? Let me know what you're thinking. Open this up, let us know what you think about soil CEC.
What's going on, Cam? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, CEC, man, definitely a critical component of a soil. Knowing it and having a solid understanding of CEC is kind of one of those musts in terms of knowing your soil from a physical property standpoint. When we kind of understand and sort of know CEC, we know what our texture is. We sort of know what the soil functionality is. We know what a soil is capable of. You know, I can keep it in layman's terms and say that a CEC is basically your soil's ability to hold nutrients. A sandy soil, a light soil, will be low in CEC in that sand particle is too large to carry that electrical charge. The clay particles, the humus, the organic matter, and again, those microbes in your soil, they are all small enough to carry that electrical charge. They all carry those negative charges, and they attract those positively charged nutrients to them and hold them until there is an exchange going on there. There's an exchange going on for those nutrients and hydrogen ions from your plant roots. So when a plant root enters that area and kind of eats, so to speak, and kind of exchanges its hydrogen cations for those nutrient cations. There's an exchange there, and the total amount of those exchange sites is essentially what your cation exchange capacity is.
So Mark just gave us the easy to understand and the scientific breakdown of your soil CEC value that you'll get on your soil test results. I feel like once you know this value, it is a game changer in the way that you apply nutrients, the way that you water, and also the way that you develop your program that you're going to follow throughout this 2021 lawn season and for years to follow. Once you understand this value, you know that you either have a sandy soil, or if you have a soil that has a clay composition. I know that I've got a sandy soil, so I'll definitely be using the spoon feeding method, because knowing my CEC value, I know that I'm not able to apply large amounts of nutrients at one time and my soil actually hold it. So if I was applying over a pound or more of N or any other nutrient at one time, I know that my soil is probably only going to be able to hold anywhere from a half pound to 3/4 of a pound and have the plant utilize it. Everything else, that other 1/4 pound to a half a pound, is just going to get flushed from the soil, and it's not even going to be able to be utilized by the plant. In doing that, I'm wasting money and I'm being less environmentally friendly. So that's my take on it. So Mark, what do you think about why a lawn enthusiast or a homeowner should know what their CEC value is? What's the benefit of that?
In terms of land management people, specifically, lawn enthusiasts who kind of base their whole, hobby or craft upon these inputs, whether we're talking about fertilizer, whether we're talking about irrigation, or whether we're talking about, pesticide use. We should know the CEC so we know whether or not it is running through that soil profile and down into our waters and is being environmentally and ecologically detrimental. Or if the environmental piece doesn't get you, you should at least be concerned about kind of lighting up a dollar bill and smoking it, and just kind of throwing all of your hard-earned money out the door when we don't really have a good understanding of the product that we use and how it's being utilized in that soil. There's many processes in the soil. There's a bit of a misunderstanding, I think, with CEC in terms of nutrients being tied up. When a nutrient is tied up, it has nothing to do with a CEC. I could understand that thought process. Yeah, my CEC is very high and I'm able to hold nutrients very well. In fact, there's so much nutrient holding ability that they are being tied up and not made plant available, but that's not the case at all. That's actually a completely different set of soil chemistry processes.
All right, Mark, so now we've convinced the people to go get a soil test that contains their CEC value. All right, so now what do they do with it? What does that value even mean? How do they know whether it's a good CEC value or if it's bad? And let me know what you think your optimal CEC value is that a lawn enthusiast or a homeowner should have in their soil. What's that magic number?
It's these type of physical properties of soil, in this type of thought process in soil, that we need to be kind of allying ourselves with and concerning ourselves with, and looking to achieve the perfect soil structure, the perfect aggregation, the perfect balance of organic matter, and again, CEC. We need to achieve a very solid CEC. I'm not going to say that there's a sweet spot for CEC. There just simply isn't. The higher CEC, the more you have that nutrient availability. It's not being leached out. It's not being lost when the plant does need it. And my suggestion in terms of looking at CEC and looking at the soil test, don't chase optimal numbers. The optimal line and all of that stuff, I take a little bit of issue with that. It's nature. It's nature. Granted, it is a very intensely operated on, plant and soil when you're talking about turf maintenance, but it is nature nonetheless. You shouldn't try to achieve an optimal number. You can look at it through various viewpoints to achieve optimal soil health, functionality.
Now we've covered all the aspects of your soil test results. We've covered your pH, we've covered your nutrients, and we've also talked about your CEC value. So now that you've got that, is that the answer to all your problems? Does this answer all your questions? Not at all. What this soil test is a good indicator and a good data-driven data point that'll allow you to make more environmentally responsible and budget-friendly decisions in caring for your lawn. Now you know why you're picking the fertilizer that you're picking. You know why you have the analysis of that fertilizer that you're throwing down. Now you can have a more informed decision to go make with this. So you still need to get out in your soil. You still need to be able to get your hands in the dirt and understand how your soil and what your lawn actually needs and how it performs given your lawn conditions. Everybody's lawn conditions are definitely different, so just make sure that you're paying attention to your lawn and not everybody else's. So Mark, we've came down to it. Save the best for last. This one's on you now. What are your final thoughts on the overall soil test and making sure that you're getting one? How you feel about that?
For my money, you know me, Cam, I'm all about the biology piece. There are some things to kind of deconstruct, look at it from a different angle. Do not put all of your faith and your belief in a soil test. A soil test that is most likely tied in with the industry, with the fertilizer and pesticide industry. You might want to bat a little bit of an eyelash, kind of raise a little bit of an eyebrow to a soil test in which you can just click right on a link and buy the product that they say that you are in need of. This is soil. This is nature. Learn the processes. Learn what makes a soil function at a super high level of health. Understand the microbial processes. Understand, other components of your soil. Yes, there is soil chemistry, but learn the whys, the whats, the hows. You down with CEC? Yeah, you know me.
We've come to the conclusion of this video and the series on soil tests and the results and information that you'll get from it. First off, I want to say thank you, Mark, for joining me in this video, and also all of y'all that stood by me and actually watched this whole series. So I know it wasn't flashy, I know it wasn't a lot of stripes and action in it, but hey, sometimes we need to take the time to educate ourselves before we get out there in the lawn. At this point, we're now informed and armed with the information that you need to be able to make more environmentally friendly, and also some budget-friendly decisions when you're picking out that fertilizer, what analysis you're using, and all your other practices that you're gonna be using out here in your lawn. Your soil test will definitely help drive you in the right direction. So for all of y'all out there striving to have those immaculate lawns, just know we working.